Now today's video is showing you how to paint a cat's eye in watercolour whilst I explain a little bit about these Faber-Castell watercolour pencils. Okay, let's get started, shall we? And let's get them pencils sharpened.
So here they are, 36 colours. Abrek Durer watercolour pencils by Faber-Castell. Yes, excellent. Established 1761. They've been going a fair few years, haven't they? They really have. So I think they would have got it right by now, don't you? Let's have a quick look at these. Oh, hang on, before we do, let's have a look on the back of that and see what it's got. So I'm quite excited. I've never seen these before. It's not something I've ever bought myself as a little treat. It's not been a gift or anything like that, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice as a gift. So if I get my pointing stick, which is my, oh look, Faber-Castell, there you go, little mechanical pencil. I'm looking at the information on the back of here. So it's 36 artist watercolour pencils. High quality acid-free pigments in bright colours, of course. Surpass light fastness, in other words, it shouldn't fade too much, that's the idea. Soft, vibrant colour laydown. Fully water-soluble leads. Now the leads are 3.8 millimeters thick. It means that you can lay down a lot of colour in quite a large area, well, very quickly. High break resistance due to secure, whatever that is. I'm not entirely sure what that is, so please post in the comments down below if you know what that means. Now, on my very brief research on this, the SV basically means it's the way that the colour or the main pigment within the shaft of the pencil, the wooden shaft of the pencil, is actually glued inside. So it's actually glued all the way inside the wooden shaft, which basically means that when you sharpen that pencil, the colour shouldn't just drop out because it's been glued all the way inside. I think that's what it means, okay? Correct me again down below if I'm wrong. The information on these, we've got all the colour ranges on the back of the tin, as you can see. And that also gives you the number of the colour. So on all the pencils, it's on the other side of that example there will be a number for each individual colour that you can buy separately from Faber-Castell or from your usual art supplier. And each colour, as you can see, should represent just about the same colours that's within the tin. We'll find that out later on and see if it is the same. Now, each one as well depends on the light fastness. Again, does it fade in the sun, that kind of thing. And they go by star ratings. So you've got 1 star, 2 star, and 3 stars. So let's have a quick look inside this tin, shall we? You ready? Excited, excited. And one thing I noticed as well with this, it's not so much the look and the feel of the pencils, which feels lovely. It's the smell. It's that smell. As soon as you open that lid of that tin, the first thing you get is that smell. And it's absolutely lovely. That lovely kind of smell of, well, it's like freshly caught wood, isn't it? It really is. But it's that lovely newness smell to things like this. And that's what I like about that. The presentation is really good because it's in a tin, as you can see. So they are quite safe in there. Look at that colour. What an array of colours. What a rainbow of colours. Let's have a look at the inside the tin lid first of all. I'm guessing that's their logo. Again, I don't know the company that well. I know of them. I know they've been going for many years. Hence the 1761. But also, when you look at this as well, we know because they've been going since that year, 1761, they should know what they're doing by now, shouldn't they? I should hope so by now. So really good for that. Obviously all made in Germany as well. And I believe the wood for the pencil is also sourced in Germany. Is there an easy way of getting these out of the tin without knocking all the rest out at the same time? I believe there is. I believe that there's a hole inside. No, I believe there's a hole at the top and the bottom. So you can press down and it lifts up. See that?
Now this cat's eye watercolour painting is available as a video tutorial on my online school. Have a look at my Patreon link down below for this and also many more watercolour lessons.
Pointing stick. When you look at this pencil, I do find, actually straight off, as first impressions, the silver kind of embossing within the pencil shaft is a little bit bright on my eyes. It's a little bit glowy. And because of that, it's not always easy to read, is it? We know it's a watercolour pencil because of the symbol there. Yes, it's a brush. Duh. Okay. And I don't know what that little symbol is there. So if you know that, again, post down below for me. Let me know. And this one, I believe, is their logo. And then obviously Faber-Castell. There you go. Very nicely kind of shaped as well. These are actually hexagonal, as you can see there by the shape. They have a range of normal colour pencils as well, which are in a round shaft. So if you use these in conjunction with normal colour pencils, then you know the difference because one will be round and one will be hexagonal, as you can see there. So really handy to know if you get them mixed up. You should be able to kind of separate them fairly easy. On the other side, we've got the German name for the colour, and we've also got the English name for the colour, the colour number, and also the 3 stars there for the light fastness. And also, as with a lot of pencils that you can use, just general pencils, instead of holding the pencil this way, so what it's telling you here, you can hold it to the side. So you put your finger over the top. Yes, I'm left-handed. But if you're right-handed, just do it the other way, okay? And then you just very lightly shade over the top of the watercolour surface and then wet that down. If you want to wet it, that is, you don't have to all the time. So you can apply the colour either by using the tip or by using the side of the pencil. Now, when you sharpen pencils like this, you will find a standard, bog standard regular sharpener may not do the job. So it's well worth looking around and finding out the different sharpeners you can use. I mean, I've got one here, which you can use with 2 different sizes on this. This one is by KUM. It's called an automatic long point. So if I can just get that one open. So you can sharpen this by using it from one side or the other. If I get a normal pencil, I don't want to sharpen them yet, so I've not used them. You find if I insert a normal pencil in there, when you're sharpening pencils, that's a normal length sharpener. So that is a normal kind of length point. But you can sharpen it to a longer point. See where it stops at the top there? So it's well worth looking around for different sharpening devices that you can find to get these pencils to the right kind of sharpness. This also shows you as well the way that it can pick up the texture of a watercolour surface. But that depends on the paper, of course, because some papers are cold pressed, some papers are hot pressed. The hot pressed paper is smoother, so obviously it has much less texture than that, whereas the cold pressed papers tend to be either medium texture or very often a rough texture as well. Obviously the rough texture will be even more bumpy than that one. So these will be all the colours they have within their range here, not just these colours here. So these will be all 120 colours, I'm guessing.
Now if you fancy learning how to paint a cat's eye in watercolour, have a look to the top right hand side of the screen and there's a link there for you to click on to give it a go. I'll see you there.